Hey guys, thanks for checking out another video. Today's a cold day because I haven't been to the junkyard in like 3, 4, maybe 5 years. And today I'm actually going to go to the junkyard for the Eclipse. But first I have something exciting to show you. And after I show you this, I'm going to kind of go around the car, make a list of everything that I think I'm going to need. They have one Eclipse up there and it's a 95, so I might not find anything that I need. But I'm going to check. It might be completely stripped down. So it's one that's pretty local. I don't have to drive far to get to it, so that's what I'm going to check out. Anyways, check this out. Alright guys, so as you remember, the engine bay is done. Something exciting happened the other day though. Now we got our whole quarter panel done. So, looks pretty good. I missed one spot down here that I'm kind of mad about. I didn't see that before I painted it, so I might end up masking this piece off here and redoing this at some point. But besides that, I mean, it looks pretty good. It's making me kind of question whether or not I want to run these blue Brembos. I was originally going to repaint those, but not sure what color I want to go with to match this, like, this aqua blue green sort of. I don't know. I have both the Brembos over here. The front ones are off. And the color's cool, it really is, but I don't know. I might paint match them to match the car. I might go with something completely different. I'm really not sure. But anyways, there's a little update for you. Now I'm going to get a parts list. Alright, so I've compiled my list. It isn't as big as I thought it would be, but I need a new trunk liner, like the floor of the trunk. If I can't find a clean one, then I'm going to make one with plywood or something. But anyways, I need that. I need a set of taillights. Some interior trim, just like I'm missing one little piece out of the panel where it's just like a little cap that pops off to get the bolt off. So I need that little cap. But if there's any other interior panels on the car that, you know, like the radio bezel or anything like that, I might take that just for having a backup. It's nice to have spare parts. Also, the window trim, I have on the driver's side, the window trim is a little chewed up. So I might try and find a new trim. Otherwise, I'll just have to restore that one or buy a new one if I can find one. But that's about it. A couple odds and ends. The nice thing about having an Eclipse, though, almost every bolt on that car will come off with a 10, 12, or 14. There's a couple that are a little bit bigger, obviously, but you know, like the brake caliper, stuff like that. But pretty much everything else is a 10, 12, or 14. I ran across 113, I think, but that was rare. I don't remember what that was, but anyways, it's going to be fun. I haven't gone in years, like I said, so let's get to it. Well, here's an old 420A Eclipse. Has a little turbo sticker on the back. A little non-turboed 420A. But it has everything I need on it. Has a decent set of taillights. And right here's the panel that I need. And might as well get that and get that kick panel while I'm at it. I just want spares, so. Just got back from the junkyard, picked all this up for $2. $2, that's it. Well, $3 because I had to pay $1 to get in, so. I got this as a spare just in case I ever need it. Got this because mine had a hole drilled in here. I'm missing this piece on the underside dash. And these are always nice to have spares of. So the only thing I didn't get was I didn't get the taillights because they were cracked. So I'm just going to buy a set I found online that look to be in good shape. But yeah, there we go. Be trying to make a new floorboard for the trunk. If this plywood here isn't thick enough, I'll end up getting something else down the road. But I think it should be okay. Here's the stock piece. It's not really ideal. So I'm going to be using this carpet to mock up, you know, to trace out my design. I just traced the carpet and that's how I'm going to cut this. The actual stock piece, the stock flooring here, is a little bit thicker than the plywood that I have here. So this might not work, but I at least want to test it to see if my theory is correct. Because the stock panel here to line it up. Definitely a lot different than the carpet. But when I put all the interior pieces in and I actually sit the carpet down, this doesn't actually go over all the other pieces. So the carpet does. So I'd rather have this sit over everything and, you know, come over here and cover. It'll give it more support. So I'm not sure. The factory piece actually cuts off like here, and the carpet extends out to like here. And as thin as that stuff is, I think it'll sit over the plastic pieces just fine. So I'm going to try that and see how that works out. Alright, so this panel fit in pretty good. I had to make a couple extra cuts for the battery wires that are coming out. And I just drilled some holes that are completely lopsided. Okay. I'm going to drill another hole, and then that'll be for the battery mounting bracket. Alright guys, sorry about that. I kind of going to skip around here a little bit, but I ended up kind of doing everything. I didn't really think to video a lot of the stuff I did. So let me just show you what's going on here. Alright, so I took some of this sheet metal to make a bracket, which is over here, which isn't the cleanest bracket just because of the edge there, but I can clean that up a little bit. Sprayed it with some flat black. This here is the factory piece, which will no longer be used. Here I cut out the shape, and it goes the whole way with the carpet. The carpet's kind of not sitting square on it right now, but the only bad thing is the holes. I'm going to clean the carpet up a little bit. Anyways, the good thing is I have the battery brackets right here. They're ready to roll. So I'm going to put that bracket on top of the battery here, and then I can, you know, connect the battery, have that ready to go. That should be a pretty clean install. And I picked up a fire extinguisher today. I don't know about anyone else, but I've had a few cars that have caught fire due to miscellaneous reasons. The biggest, well, I've had two. One was some bad ignition wiring that the previous owner did, and I had to pay the price for it. The other was actually a 98 Eagle Talon that I bought. I was on my way home, and apparently nobody had ever, the rear diff had a leak, and nobody had ever replaced the seals in the rear diff or anything like that. So basically the oil was completely, there was no oil in the diff at all. And so the rear diff got super, super hot, and there was oil caked on it, and it caught on fire, and the whole back end of the car caught on fire on my way home from purchasing it. So after that, I've always put a fire extinguisher in all my project cars, anything, you know, that might be a little, you know what I mean, I'm not sure about. So my Altima, my Nissan, obviously I'm not going to really need to put one in there, but any car having a fire extinguisher, there's nothing bad about it. It's always, you know, either a good thing or whatever. So anyways, I'm going to mount that in here somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to put it, but I definitely want to get that mounted in here in the trunk. I thought about putting it up like in the car at the driver's seat or something, or somewhere closely accessible, but I really don't want to have it seen. Anyways, this board itself seems pretty sturdy with this heavy battery on it and everything else. It seems all right. Well, so that's good. I'm going to have to pull all this out at some point anyway when I go to put the rear bumper back on, because the bolts for the rear bumper are behind that. But I just want to get everything mocked up to how I want it to be so that it's there. All right, so this is what I'm going to roll with for now. Fire extinguisher's in here. It's in there pretty tight. It's mounted on the floor right here. Have to snap this clip open, pull it off. But as far as the tie down goes, as you can see, I tried to tighten it, and it started bowing upward. I mean, it's still holding the battery in. But I don't know. It kind of looks weird. The trunk's not going to be for show anyway, but obviously, I don't know. I want to clean it up a little bit. I also just wanted to make, I can still give this some pressure, and it's all right. I think this will hold more than enough weight. I just want there to be a little bit of room back here for if I do take this, you know, to the store or something, get groceries, whatever, I have room. And this trunk's definitely big enough. I do still have plenty of room for whatever else So I think what I did with this is functional. It'll do everything I need it to. So I'll probably, like I said, end up having to pull all this out to do to put the back bumper back on. But once I get everything back together and I get that piece in here, I think this will be all right. This should be all I need. And I ended up pushing the power wire forward a little bit more, so there's not so much slack back here. There's still a little bit, but it's not a whole lot of exposed wire. And then obviously this. And maybe I'll put something back there, whether it be a a small jump box or a mini tool kit or something like that. And that way, everything I'll probably need is right here, and I have this area for whatever else. So that's just a thought. And then I'll have a strut bar back here. So as far as the trunk goes, that's probably all I'm doing. I'm not doing any sound systems. I'm not doing anything like that. So the trunk isn't, I'm not going to try and make the trunk look pretty. So that should be it for now. Anyways, guys, the trunk project worked out good. I'll probably, like I said, end up getting a different tie down for that battery, and that's probably it. That's probably all I'll do back there in the trunk. Everything else, is going pretty smooth. So just a matter of finishing body work now, doing more painting and everything like that, and getting the car how I want it to look. I might take a pause on the painting for now, just because I think I'm going to start switching over to the interior. So I might start doing the interior first. That way, like, if I start tearing this interior out and I'm pulling stuff out, it might scratch up the fresh paint, so I'm worried about that. So I think I might do the interior first and then go back to painting. I don't know. I might do that. I might just finish painting and then do the interior. I don't think it's going to really matter as long as I'm careful. But I am going to get a new carpet probably. I tried cleaning this one today and I had no luck. I got it clean a little bit, but all the hard stains, I couldn't get them out. So I wanted a black carpet anyway, so I might try and dye this one. And if I can dye it and make it look good, then I'll just leave it alone. If I can't make it look good, then I'll just get another carpet. But yeah, so like I said, everything's going along smoothly, so I'll let you guys go. I appreciate you watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.